following is a production of the Department of Broadcasting and Journalism at Western Illinois University.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. News 3 starts now.
Good morning, Macomb. I'm Mackenzie Yerby.
And I'm Kelly Brown. Thank you for joining us this morning.
The city of Macomb is gearing up for one of its most popular events of the year. The whole family will be able to enjoy a costume parade, petting zoo, farmers market, horse-drawn trolley rides, haunted museum tours, and much more. Moon Over Macomb will be Saturday in the square from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and is open to the public. Now, with Moon Over Macomb being this weekend, will the weather cooperate? Let's take a look with Storm Teams 3, Case and Frericks.
Yes, we've got some beautiful sunny skies out there right now. We're currently sitting at a little chilly temperature of 45 degrees, and those winds, they're at 9 miles per hour right now, but they are going to continue to increase as we head throughout our day. As we take a look at our surface map here, currently we're in an area of high pressure right now, but if you look off to our west, you see an area of low pressure that's going to begin to move into our area here, and that is going to bring us the possibility for some rain chances this weekend. Now, as we look for our high temperature today, we're going to hit 66 degrees. We're going to have partly cloudy skies as those clouds begin to move in, and those winds are going to ramp up out of the south at 15 miles an hour. That's all I have for right now. We'll send it back to you guys at the desk.
Well, the weather won't affect a great way to give back at WIU today.
The Western Illinois University Love Your Melon campus crew is hosting a DKMS drive.
The drive is to help patients who need a bone marrow transplant find their match. To be tested, it's an easy cheek swab that will be sent back to the lab. If matched, you will be called to make a donation. A local man reopens a comic book store on the downtown square.
News 3, Emma Horry introduces us to the owners of Kapow 66.
Just remember, it is not a life.
Weeks after one business closed its doors, another one is swooping in.
I've known this building forever, and I always liked the location of it, and I just enjoyed the square in general.
Macomb resident Monty Anderson is the owner of Kapow 66, a local comic book store.
This building became available, so we've always wanted to be downtown, more foot traffic.
The building might look familiar to comic book fans. This store was previously home to a boy and his tiger.
It's just been a historic part of Macomb, so we just kind of wanted to be in the middle of everything.
And now, Kapow 66 is restocking the shelves with comic books.
We are getting more and more people coming in asking us to order certain comics for them. So there's still a huge demand for the paper comics.
The move across Macomb isn't the only exciting plan Anderson has in store.
We are going to start doing some gaming in the back sections here. So we'll be doing like Dungeons and Dragons one night, we'll be doing Magic the Gathering one night, and we may have one night where it's a free-for-all. You just bring your game in and play whatever you want, type of thing.
Anderson encourages customers to bring their own game, making Kapow 66 a store for everyone to enjoy.
So we definitely take care of people. We've got our customer base we started with an online presence built from there, and we still have those same loyal customers online, and we've gained a lot more locally as well.
Reporting from News 3, I'm Emma Horry.
Kapow 66 Comics is located on the south side of the square and is open Tuesday through Saturday.
Flu season is right around the corner. Are you prepared?
If not, no worries. The WIU nursing students are partnering with the Butte Health Center to give WIU students free flu vaccines this month.
You can find the clinic in the University Union by the food court. Students must show their ID in order to get a free flu shot. Officials for the clinic urge students to get a flu shot before it is too late.
Vaccine. It takes 2 weeks to become effective, so you should get it now before you actually get into the major flu season.
If you missed the first few clinics, do not worry. You still have more than 2 chances to get your flu shot. The Butte also offers free flu shots to any WIU student who schedules an appointment at the health center. To schedule an appointment, please visit the Butte Health Center's website.
The WIU Department of Theater and Dance is taking you behind the scenes of one of the biggest Hollywood films of all time.
A performance of Moonlight and Magnolias will run through October 27th through October 23rd through the 27th in Horriban Hall Theater.
The play tells the story of the 1939 production of Gone with the Wind. General admission to Moonlight and Magnolias is $15.
And if you're still looking to get some fresh air over the weekend and see the beauty of autumn, you don't have to go too far.
News 3's Marcellus Angel shows us how the flora at a local park is transitioning into the season.
The fall season has arrived. With it, the wind has gotten stronger. The days are getting noticeably shorter. and the visible change is happening at Argyle Lake State Park in Colchester. Nature is adjusting to prepare for the cold winter months. To see this change, I visited the park on a Saturday morning to participate in the Fall Colors Nature Hike. This hike was a self-guided tour. You are handed a map and informational packet from the Park Visitor Center telling you what you should look for. Greeting us at the Park Visitor Center was Robert. Robert is not the normal tour guide, but was here as part of a senior citizen work opportunity program.
I've not been on the trail myself. I've only been out here a short period of time, but I hear it's very entertaining and educational.
During the hike, the changing colors could be seen all over. Leaves were falling from trees, and a variety of birds could be heard taking vacancy in the peaceful forest. WIU student Megan Call lit the way as we explored. Megan says that this hike was a great way to unplug and take in nature.
I thought it was going to be a lot colder than it was, but it actually turned out to be a really nice day for it. I like the fact that we could sort of go at our own pace and stop and go whenever we felt comfortable.
The park suggests that you not only take in the beauty of the seasonal change, but also suggests you collect leaves from various trees and try to identify them. After your hike, you can stop and see the sun glisten upon Argyle Lake.
And don't worry, if you missed the weekend nature walk, you don't have to fall into sadness. The tour is self-guided, and you can just go to the park's visitor center and pick up a pamphlet and take the tour whenever you're comfortable. For News 3, I'm Marcellus Angel.
Fall is here, and so are the haunted houses. The annual House of Pain and Good Hope is back for a scare.
The Halloween sound, lights, and special effects create a family-friendly experience. All ages are welcome, and it is free for anyone who wants to come.
Non-perishable food donations for the local Loaves and Fishes food pantry will be accepted. Last year, this event was able to give more than 600 food items and $400 in cash donations.
Now, staying on the topic of Halloween, wait until you see this next video.
It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. More like the biggest pumpkin. Take a look at this. This pumpkin weighs 2,175 pounds.
Wow.
It may look more like a boulder, but this pumpkin is for real.
It won a Safeway World Championship weigh-off in Half Moon Bay. Leonardo Arena says it's his first pumpkin over 2,000 pounds. Arena prize is a check for more than $15,000. That's pretty good. And coming up after the break, I'll be sitting down in the studio with representatives of the Women's Center to talk about the 30th annual Take Back the Night.
Stay with us. Good Morning Macomb will be right back.
Western Illinois University is here to serve your future. Large enough to provide opportunities, small enough to connect you to them. Your potential is our purpose. Explore your talents in a place you belong.
Taking me home, bring me back to solid ground. Taking me home, bring me back to solid ground. Taking me home, bring me back. I can hear the sound.
Definition. Good Morning Macomb continues.
All right, welcome back to Good Morning Macomb. With Lauren Hoover, graduate assistant at the Women's Center, and Yasmin Escobar. Thanks for being here this morning, you guys. So next week is the 30th annual Take Back the Night. Can you explain what that event is?
Yeah, so Take Back the Night is a march and rally to really raise awareness for interpersonal violence, sexual violence, dating violence, and to support survivors, really let them be seen. Because this is the 30th annual at WIU, but it actually started in the 1970s with a protest. But we are excited to continue this legacy on campus.
Perfect. All right, and during this week leading up, there's actually multiple events. So can you explain like the events that are going on?
Yeah, to kind of commemorate this 30th annual, we decided to kind of take back the week. On Monday, we are having the Clothesline Project, which is a display of different T-shirts which survivors and loved ones have decorated. That's happening on Monday at the MCC. If part of Take Back the Night is also a survivor speak out. Okay. So we are having the University Counseling Center come in and do some confidential check-ins with folks. Okay. And that'll be happening on Monday, as well as a fundraiser at Buffalo Wild Wings. And all proceeds will go to WIRC Victim Services here in Macomb.
Perfect.
So that's on Monday. On Tuesday, we're continuing to raise funds. We're selling elotes at the MCC. We're doing more of those confidential check-ins, and more specifics and times can be found on our Facebook page, as well as the flyers going around. And then on Wednesday, we're selling more merchandise, buttons, T-shirts, wristbands, and we're also showing a documentary put on by CNN. It's called The Hunting Ground. It's really kind of an expose on campus rape culture. Okay. It features like expert insights and like first-person testimonies. And then on Thursday is the big day. We're starting our resource fair at 6:30 at Sherman Hall Steps, and then the rally will begin at 7 in the march shortly after that.
Yeah, that's a lot of good events to attend.
Yeah.
Yes. And in what ways does the Women's Center help support victims of domestic violence?
So, the Women's Center supports victims and survivors. I think it's important to acknowledge that folks can identify as either. Right. And so we're here to support both. But the Women's Center is not trained, we're not trained counselors. Okay. We act as a bridge to other campus and community resources, such as the University Counseling Center, Office of Public Safety, WIRC Victim Services in Macomb, as well as the Crisis Hotline. So we really act as that referral agency and bridge for more professional resources. Okay. But we do host events like Take Back the Night and the ones throughout the week to really just kind of start that discussion and help survivors feel seen and raise awareness on campus for such a issue.
Exactly. And how can students in the Macomb community support next week? So the rally and just like all the events in general.
I would say by just showing up, participating, like attending the events, and also you could donate money to the WIRC Victim Services.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And so you said earlier that this is a sad issue that goes on a lot. So why do you believe domestic violence, it's a hard topic to discuss? And why do you guys feel like you need to raise more awareness about it?
I think it's such a hard thing to talk about because it's such a personal issue. These acts of violence are really a betrayal of trust. Yeah. And so it comes with some pride, as well as maybe some feelings of guilt and shame that are hard to talk about. We're so used to dealing with those things on our own that we think it's important to kind of bring this issue really to the forefront and give people that space to talk about it.
Yeah. And if you know someone who is in a situation of like domestic abuse or in a relationship, what ways can people go about it, like supporting their friend, for example? So if you have a friend who is in this situation, what can people do? Because I know sometimes it's hard to really bring it up, because it's such a sensitive topic. So what do you guys recommend?
I recommend just telling someone. I think telling a friend, telling a loved one, telling someone you trust, but also telling someone who is knowledgeable. Yeah. I think that's where the Women's Center can come in and those other campus resources to act as a bridge to make sure that you can get the resources that are necessary. But if someone were to tell you, I think the most important thing is just to believe them, to believe that this is their truth, and help them get what's necessary.
Okay, thank you guys so much for being here. This was a good discussion. And so if you want to support them, you want to support Take Back the Night, you can obviously refer to the information that we have on the screen. And stay tuned for more Good Morning Macomb. Thanks again for being here, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Rooted in teaching tradition, the desire to impact lives through education marks our Western identity. We believe every student with the hope to succeed deserves a chance at our institution. We're invested in honing each student's individual strengths to turn that hope into promise. Our commitment shows in everything that we do. It guides our faculty with empathy. It grows our students with courage. It moves each of us with purpose. In Macomb and Quad Cities, all walks of life meet to share cultures, ideas, and aspirations. Together, our students welcome new perspectives, helping them bring true value wherever they go next. Whatever the next challenge or change we face, our fighting spirit strengthens and evolves. With fortitude, we remain devoted to our vision. Brave and loyal, we stand as Leathernecks. For our students, for our region, for our state, and beyond. And when we stand together, we stand up for what matters, going forth as one. And that unity takes us far beyond what we've ever imagined.
Good morning, Macomb. We're currently sitting at a temperature of 48 degrees outside, sunny skies out, and that is allowing for our temperatures to really move up a little bit today. Right now, our dew point's at 41 degrees, and our humidity, it's a little bit higher right now at 76%, but that will change as we head throughout our day. Let's take a look at our almanac here. Our average high for this time is 65, and that's where we're going to be about today, so we're going to be right with the average. Our low is at 41, and once again, we're going to be right there with our average for this time of the year. We're not going to hit 87 degrees, though that would feel nice from the last couple of days we've been experiencing, but we won't get quite there today. As we take a look at our infrared here, as the sun comes up, you'll be able to see some cirrus clouds heading right over Macomb, but no rain in the forecast. As we move over here to our radar, no rain. It's going to be clear skies today, and there's going to be a lot of sun, and that's going to allow those temperatures to really move up today. Let's take a look at our surface map here now. You can see we have an area of high pressure that is right over us right now. But if you look over to the west, you have a low pressure system and a warm and cold front boundary that is starting to move its way into our area. Now, what is that going to do? Well, for our weekend, that is going to possibly give us a chance for rain, some showers, and some precipitation as we head into our Saturday and our Sunday. Let's take a look at our temperatures today for our highs. Burlington, you're going to hit 66. Keokuk, 67. And Quincy, you're going to get up to 69, almost 70 degrees today. As we take a look for our lows for tonight, Burlington, 47. Beardstown, going to hit 44. Macomb, we're going to have a low of 43 today. And then for tomorrow, Burlington, you're going to be at 60. Keokuk also at 60, and Quincy at 63. And then tomorrow night, you can see here, Burlington, 42. We're going to be at 42, and Beardstown also at 44. So let's take a look for our temperatures tonight, or our temperatures today, excuse me. We're going to hit a high of 66. Winds are really going to ramp up out of the south at 15 miles an hour. And then tonight, mostly clear skies, a low of 43. And those winds are going to drop a little bit, but we're going to have winds at 10 miles per hour. Now let's take a look at our game day forecast here. We're going to be at 11 a.m., so when we're out there tailgating, we're going to have temperatures of 58 degrees and some partly cloudy skies out, but then during game time, Cloudy skies, we're going to have a high of 62. And then this, towards the end of the game, that is when we're going to see the possibility of rain to move into our area. So that'll be later on after the game. Now let's take a look at our 5-day forecast real quick. Saturday, going to have a high of 64, the rain chances, low of 42. Sunday, we're going to clear out our skies again and have partly cloudy skies, high of 66, 53. And then Monday, that chance of rain returns in the morning, and then you see our temperatures are steady at 55 and 62 degrees as we head into next week.
Okay, so for the past 2 games, we have had to have a rain delay. So I'm happy to hear that the rain is going to come after the game is over.
I think
so
the
that's
rain
wonderful.
will hold off towards more of the end of the
Fingers
game.
crossed.
Fingers crossed, right. And coming up after the break, our entertainment reporter, Carter Foster, brings us some arts and crafts that bring attention to breast cancer awareness.
Stay with us. We will be right back.
Western Illinois University is here to serve your future. Large enough to provide opportunities, small enough to connect you to them. Your potential is our purpose. Explore your talents in a place you belong. Western Illinois University is here to serve your future. Large enough to provide opportunities, small enough to connect you to them. You are unique, and we are committed to you. Become the future you at WIU Quad Cities.
Good morning. Welcome back to Good Morning Macomb. I'm Carla Foster, and as you all may know, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And to show our support, we'll be making these lovely bouquets. So,
all right, I'm
you guys
excited.
ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Now, what you're gonna need is some flowers. Obviously, get pink because that is the color. And then also, you're gonna need some ribbon. And since this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we'll be using this one.
I like it. It's pretty.
And don't forget your scissors to cut your ribbon. So this is really simple. You just
Okay.
grab about 2 or 3 grips of flowers, and I make sure everyone has different kinds so they all don't look the same. And then you take the ribbon, you go ahead. Now make sure the design is on the front so it can show the design.
Okay.
And then you just tie it around and make sure you get that good knot too, for just in case so it doesn't get loose. And then you should tie it one more time. And you should get something like this.
Can I put a knot in mine? Like a little bow?
Yeah.
If I can attempt to. I don't think I have enough.
Oh no.
Yours looks good though. I like yours. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to make a bow, you guys.
Go for it.
It's a little short.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Wow. Okay. Thank you.
Now these are simple crafts. You can use them for, you can give them to a survivor or someone who's going through breast cancer treatment, or you can even sell them and then donate the money to the many organizations that go
That's a good
against
idea.
breast cancer.
So I have a question. So can you do this for other holidays, like for example, Halloween that's coming up? Can you use different colors? Because this is an awesome idea. So could you do 4th of July.
You can do any event with this one.
Wow.
And it doesn't have to be small. You can also make them like really big.
Yeah, and you can use it for weddings too, you guys, if you know someone that's getting married. So I have a question about your shirt. What does your shirt stand for?
Well, it stands for girl power, obviously. Even though breast cancer is a double gender thing,
right?
But still, it's very it's very eccentric. It's a nice color, and it represents like my support towards breast cancer.
Okay, that's really cool.
And there's many organizations you can donate towards, like the Breast Cancer Research Foundation, the Dr. Susan Love Research Foundation, Breast Cancer Alliance, National Breast Cancer Coalition, and many more organizations you can donate your money towards.
And do you know if there's like any events that are going on, maybe around the country too, since it is like Breast Cancer Awareness Month? Are there like walks and things like that?
I know there's like plenty of walks for breast cancer.
Okay.
Well, sadly, that's all the time we
okay.
Well, sadly, that's all the time we have, but if you want to donate towards the organizations listed previously on the screen, and hopefully we can find a cure. We'll be right back. You're watching Good Morning Macomb.
We are Western Illinois University, and we are amazing.
On Fridays, we wear purple.
We are home to professional athletes and actors,
lawmakers, CEOs, a civil rights leader,
and a 3-star general, plus over 100,000 other impressive alumni.
Our programs are mighty. Our law enforcement program is the largest in the state of Illinois and is known internationally.
Supply chain management boasts a nearly 100% job placement rating.
And cornfields might surround us, but we have a fine arts program that can rival any large city.
It's okay to take courses in wine tasting, wedding planning,
scuba diving, grain drying, Renaissance art,
engineering computational methods, or advanced federal taxation.
Sometimes our classes even take us to Disney World.
The Apostle Islands, Greece, France, all around the world.
For fun, we spray paint a bulldog statue, race cardboard boats, and shave our heads and dance all night to raise money for charities.
Not only do we paint the paws before homecoming, but we show our love for our mighty mascot, Colonel Rock, with painted statues all over town.
Sometimes we play volleyball with a giant ping ball, and sometimes we play in the mud.
It's totally normal to look at our res hall windows and see a hot air balloon floating by.
Or experience all 4 seasons in one day.
Hey alumni, jump on that Amtrak from Chicago or St. Louis or anywhere in between.
And come back to get a horseshoe,
listen to the award-winning Jazz Studio Orchestra,
or tailgate before a D1 game.
Not every school can say they started the 4-year cost guarantee program
and have a second campus on the banks of the mighty Mississippi.
We are Western Illinois University.
And we are the Leathernecks.
All right, let's take one last look at your game day forecast. Before the game, we're going to have some partly cloudy skies, a high of 58. And then at the start of the game, those clouds are going to really start to move in, and we're going to have a high of 62 degrees. And that rain, it looks like it's going to stay away towards pretty much the end of the game. At around 4 o'clock is when I think it's going to start. And at that point, we're going to have a temperature of 60 degrees. Let's take one last look at your 5-day forecast too. Obviously, we're going to have rain tomorrow later in the day, and then Sunday the rain's going to clear out. It's going to be a high of 66 and then a low of 53. And then Monday, there's a possibility for some more rain to happen in the morning, and then that will clear out, and then we're going to have partly cloudy skies most likely on Monday, high of 59, low of 39. And then for Tuesday and Wednesday, we're just going to have partly cloudy skies as we head into the middle of our next week. 55 degrees on Tuesday with a low of 38, and Wednesday we're going to get back up into the 60s, a high of 62, and then we're going to drop back down to 46 degrees.
That sounds good. I'm excited. Okay, now, Kelly, this is your first time anchoring. You're doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
But you also have another role as well. You are in the play Moonlight and Magnolias. Tell us a little bit about that.
I am. Well, it's a hilarious comedy. There's only 4 people in the show, so it's a lot of lines, a lot of back and forth banter. Audiences are going to love it. It's free for WIU students as as long as you have your IDs. So come out Wednesday through Saturday, 7:30, and Sunday at 2 o'clock.
Tell us a little bit about your prep work for that, real quick.
A lot of just memorization because there's so many lines with just 3 people.
Well, I know you're going to do a great job, and that's all the time we have for us today. Thank you for joining us. Stay up to date with us online all the time at news3wiu.com.
From all of us here at Good Morning Macomb, have a great day.
Well, that was an awesome